Hey guys, welcome back to YaYa's Garden. I'm sorry I haven't been on in a while, but big things have been happening in YaYa's garden. If you can see behind me, we put up a tomato trellis. Also, I have this situation right here going on for my cucumbers. But here's a tomato trellis, and it was very easy to make. It took us like 5 minutes to put it up. We used these T-posts that my husband already had laying around in the back where he made a fence, some cattle panel fence, and some zip ties. So the only thing we had to buy was the cattle panel, and it was like $12. So for a 16-foot piece, we cut it in half. These, I can't remember, concrete mesh or whatever it's called, they were like $3 a piece. Very cheap. Good. I'm gonna have to put some kind of posts in here to kind of sturdy them up, but I think they'll do really good for my cucumbers. But the most exciting thing that's been happening in YaYa's garden is that my new garden shed is going up. I'm so excited. It looks rough right now, but it's gonna be beautiful. I haven't been on. You see my garden's looking a mess because I've been doing a lot of things out here. I'm gonna walk over here. Right here, this oregano was growing so crazy. I had to come in and trim it up, trim up that big one. I cut off about 5 plants worth of oregano, and that's how much is still left there. I cut off, I don't know how much here, and it's still left there. My celery is going to seed. I had onions here that were going to seed. I pulled up most of them. I left these few that still have seeds in them. And if you don't know what onion seeds look like, once the flowers dry, these little things, if you open them up, you see they're full of seeds, the little black seeds, little black onion seeds. So one onion plant will give you an endless supply of onion seeds. I thought that was a cilantro plant. It's not. It's actually celery. Once I cut the oregano back, I could see what it was. It's actually celery. So that's a volunteer celery. I don't know. This has been growing 2 years, so I guess some seeds fell last year. You see the little celery flowers where it's going to seed. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Here, I planted some of my tomato seedlings out. I think that's Barry's Crazy Cherry. I did not label them. Yeah. I think that's a Kellogg's Breakfast. That's some kind of cherry. And I don't know. I'll see when they start growing. But you see, I got my marigolds in to help deter nematodes and bugs and things. I cut down my kale over there, so I have room to plant my peppers. But I'm gonna get to work, and I'll come back with the finished product and let you guys see. So I got all my seedlings planted. I had to take a little break for a little while, but I'm gonna show you the finished product. So here, I planted the orange watermelons. I planted all 3 of them together because usually when I plant watermelon, 1 or 2 of them die, and I have 1 that stays. So if 1 lives, then that'll be good. If they all live, then they can just spill over the side and grow out into the grass. I don't care. I got this cubanelle planted here. That is jalapeno. A couple of more cubanelles. planted 2 more tomato seedlings here, a Cherokee Purple and a Dr. YaYa's. So over here on my cucumber trellis, I got my Market More here and there. And over here, I got a Chicago pickling and a Chicago pickling. And then in the middle, I put 2 yellow squash. And then along the side here, I just planted some flowers. That's Feverfew, Cosmos. I think that might be some kind of sunflower. I can't remember. But the wind's been blowing a lot today, and it broke that one, so I'm gonna have to pull it out. I'm gonna walk over here and let you see what I planted over here. So I planted another mortgage lifter there, a Cherokee Purple there, a Kellogg's Breakfast here, and a Roma back there. See these short tomato cages? I usually use them for my peppers, but I'm using this one for my tomato, so I doubled it up. And here's my beautiful tomato trellis with tomatoes. And I know my tomatoes look like they're really close. They're really close together, because they are. I plan on pruning them to one stem so that they all just grow up one stem, so they have a lot of airflow, so they don't get blight. They'll eventually get blight because I live in Georgia. It's humid here, hot and humid, so that's one thing that you can't avoid. Eventually they're gonna get them. They're gonna get it. All right. But there's one last look at YaYa's future garden shed. And since I'm done planting all of my seedlings, right here in the front of this bed, I'm going to plant some beans. And then beside each one of these cucumbers here, I'm gonna plant a cucumber seed, just in case the plant dies. I'll have a plant that comes up. All right, so these are the beans that I'm planting. They're Kalima beans. They're actually really pretty. They're brown, a reddish brown color. And to plant them, all I do is I take the bean, push it down the dirt with my finger, and I plant them about a foot apart, maybe. Just eyeball it. Nothing special. Beans. Beans are one of the most fun things to plant because they grow fast. It's a good thing to plant with children. Just planting a line of beans. Sometimes I plant 2 beans in each hole, but I found that these beans right here, they grow very well. So all this will be beans. And then I have tomatoes in the back. I'm just gonna give y'all an update on my onions while I'm out here, because I'm so proud of these things this year. Looks like that one's getting ready. Some of the other ones are leaning too. But this one is a monster. It's a big old onion. It's a big one. Here we go. See, I have the yellows, the reds, and the whites. And so far the whites have been the biggest ones. There's some big yellow ones in there too, but the whites are winning. And by the way that you can tell when your onions are ready to harvest is they start to bend at the neck, like this one and these. When they start to bend at the neck like that, you can go ahead and harvest them and let them dry. Thank you for watching YaYa's Garden. I'll see you in the next video.